Hello and welcome. I'm Bob McComb, creator of the Top Dogs commercial real estate training programs, and it's my pleasure to be with you here today. This is the first in a three-part series for managers of commercial real estate agents. And what the series is really about is how you can increase your agent's productivity. There is an opportunity to make a significant profit from your commercial agents, and we should never settle for less. Merely having agents to pick up a few transactions here and there and hopefully make a few dollars is a waste of your time and theirs, and it's not fair to anyone. It's equally unfair to bring in new agents and allow them to flounder with the expectation that somehow the cream of the crop is going to float to the top. That's unrealistic, and it rarely succeeds. Instead, you must adopt a belief that great agents are made, not born. Far too many owners, brokers, and sales managers think that somehow great agents are born and not developed. Well, I think it's fairly unlikely that anybody was born dressed and ready to start brokering commercial real estate. What happens too often is that many companies don't make a profit from their agents. There are three reasons why this happens. The first is that management fails to motivate their agents sufficiently. The second is that they consistently fail to manage their agents effectively. And the third is that sales meetings are ineffective. And in fact, most people consider the sales meetings a mandatory waste of time, and that's true for both the management and their agents. So we're going to start the series with the three keys to motivating commercial agents, and then we'll move on to the three keys to managing the agents, and we're going to wrap it up with how to conduct some sizzling sales meetings. And in that segment, I'm going to show you how to get the agents to show up on time, be excited about attending, enthusiastic about participating, and how to increase the bottom line for them and for the company. I hope you're as excited about this as I am. You see, this is one of the ways I demonstrate to you that I have the expertise to help you and your agents. So let's get right into the topic, the three keys to motivating commercial agents. It's the leadership's job to ensure that the agents remain motivated. And this is especially true with your newer agents, but it's equally true for your veteran agents. And the first key to motivating your agents is to commit yourself to creating a winning team. And this is important because you don't want to develop agents and then have them leave. See, one of the few reasons that top producing agents will leave is to play on a better team. We've all seen this in the sports world, where a superstar player accepts a lower salary in order to join a team that they feel is a winning team. It's not difficult to do this if you start with the vision to create that winning team. Now, the best way to create that winning team is to adopt this mission statement and then to truly live it. Your mission should be to field a team of the most highly trained and the most highly skilled experts in commercial real estate in your market area, bar none. By creating this internal identity, you will have the keys to success in your marketplace. And that's because real motivation comes from a desire to play on that winning team. You see, people get enthusiastic about playing on a winning team, and then they adopt the attitude that they can't let the team down. Well, naturally, a vital part of creating a winning team is that everyone improves together. Obviously, this is why sports teams practice and why they engage in pre- and post-season skill development. They all know that when they step on the field to play, everyone on their team is going to be evaluating how well they perform. So they practice so that everyone improves together. Practicing together develops that high self-esteem that's needed individually and collectively. You see, it's also management's job to show that they care. And your agents will be motivated when you start to demonstrate that you care. The best way to do that is to manage and measure the agent's performance and their successes. And it's also to take the corrective actions when needed. If you fail to measure and manage, the message is no one's paying attention and therefore no one cares. And if management doesn't care, well, why should I? In the same way that top athletes are constantly striving to get better, management must also adopt a philosophy of constant and never-ending improvement for all of the team members. Always improving performance is the only way that people can deal with the complexity, competition, and change. And given how quickly things change in today's world, it's more important than ever for the agents to be constantly improving. Now, one of the things that happens in our industry stems from a misunderstanding of the agent's independent contractor status. You see, too many owners, brokers, and sales managers misinterpret this to mean that they have to let the agents do whatever they want. Well, this is fundamentally incorrect. For tax purposes, a person may be an independent contractor, but you have the right to expect that they produce. In fact, I think it's to your benefit to recognize that there's a real interdependence between the agents and instill that idea in them. What I mean by that is that prospective clients observe when your agents are failing or succeeding, and therefore agent success or failure has a direct impact on all the other players on the team. And I do think it's leadership's role to make sure that every agent understands that the people they would like to have as clients in the future are watching what all the agents are doing now. And so leadership must send that consistent message that we're a company that's always getting better. And the best way to do that is to implement strategies for constant, never-ending improvement. You see, real leadership is the understanding that things will become increasingly complex, that the competition will be increasing and unrelenting, and that the rate of change will accelerate. Employing self-improvement strategies is the key to creating a winning team. The second key to motivating agents is to develop high self-esteem. High self-esteem is the #1 predictor of top-level performance. And there are 3 keys to fostering high self-esteem. First is that all the agents have to feel confident and they have to feel capable. Now, one of the reasons that many newer agents struggle and fail in the business is because they've never developed core competencies. And the blame for this falls both on the agent and the leadership. You see, it's the agent's mistake to think that they can fake it till they make it. It's the company's fault for letting them try. Far too many companies invite agents in with little or no preparation to be successful in the business. Many only require that the agents have a real estate license and be an articulate C student to get a job with their company. Well, the problems manifest once these articulate C students start making contact with prospective clients who know much more about commercial real estate than they do. All of a sudden, the self-esteem shrivels up and blows away. In fact, that self-esteem turned out only to be hubris. And our clients don't hire hubris, they hire experts. And that's why strategies such as fake it till you make it or on-the-job training or some junior team membership often fail. Or if they do succeed, it takes several years. Once a new agent discovers that they don't have the capacity to serve the client's needs, they stop pursuing the business and they wait till they develop more knowledge and skill. Now, the second key to high self-esteem is that the agents must perceive the value that they bring to the clients. Of course, we all know that the clients have to perceive the agent's value to them, and it's equally important that the agents recognize that they're bringing real value to the client. Because the #1 reason why agents fail to aggressively pursue the best accounts is because they don't believe that they can serve the client's needs effectively. For those of us who have been in the industry for a long time, we can speak with anyone about their commercial real estate needs. Undertrained and unskilled agents can't. And the less an agent knows about the business, the more they shrink from contacting prospective clients. You see, they know that the clients are not going to perceive a value in working with them, so they hunker in the bunker to avoid getting bruised in the field. The third key to high self-esteem is the ability to display confidence. And confidence comes directly from competence. No one who feels incompetent can display confidence. Real confidence comes from having learned the basics and then consistently getting better. So if you've invited agents into your company on a fake it till you make it basis, essentially you're asking them to wear a mask. Well, here's the thing, they're not going to take that mask off for you or for the clients. And therefore it's difficult for you to know when they feel truly competent and capable. So the symptom for you to use to diagnose this problem is to look at where the agents spend their time. The #1 symptom of agents feeling incompetent is the hunkering in the bunker. High self-esteem agents are in the field working with clients. The rest are hanging out in the dugout. Your office is the dugout. The third key to motivating commercial agents is to measure their success. You must know how well your agents are performing, particularly in the area of lead conversion. Lead conversion is the securing of a client's loyalty by agreement. That's an exclusive listing, buyer representation, and tenant representation exclusives. Motivation is also higher when management demonstrates that they care, especially by measuring the prospecting and the agent's lead generation. Once you know how many prospecting calls or leads an agent has generated, you can measure their success at lead conversion. If the rate's too low or non-existent, you have to take immediate remedial action. You must not allow them to continue in the hopes that they're going to somehow get better through bitter experience. They will not. The reason this is so important is to protect your brand. When an agent meets with a prospective client and fails, your brand is damaged. If you've ever gone out on a listing appointment with a new agent, you may have had an experience like this. You meet the client, they look at your business card and say, "Oh, I think we interviewed somebody from your firm a few years back. Well, we didn't go with them." Well, at that point, you know two things for certain. One is that you have an uphill battle on your hands, and two, that you're very lucky to even have a second chance. So, as more property ownership is consolidated into fewer accounts, it's more important than ever to protect your brand. You know, the days of new agents cutting their teeth on mom and pop accounts are over. You must jealously protect your brand. So in summary, to motivate your agents, develop a vision that you'll be creating a winning team. That team must be comprised of the most highly trained and the most highly skilled commercial real estate brokers in your market area, bar none. Winning teams get better together. They're all committed to constant, never-ending improvement, and they recognize the interdependency between team members. Show that you care by measuring the agent's successes or failures and taking remedial action where needed, and then foster real high self-esteem. So I hope you enjoyed today's program. I'll be sending you the 3 keys to managing agents successfully. Again, the focus of these 3 programs is to increase agent production and to strengthen your company's bottom line. That's accomplished by getting the agents to become strong producers, retaining your best agents, and truly developing a winning team. So I look forward to seeing you in the next segment, 3 keys to managing commercial agents. It's going to be sent to you shortly. And I hope that you'll use what you learn here to start working towards greater profits from your agents.